Welcome to Breaking Bread. I'm your host, Terry Page. Tomorrow is the big day for the Commonwealth of Virginia has their final vote for redistricting, which is going to take place. But before we dive into the maps, let's talk about what today is. Today marks the anniversary of the midnight ride of Paul Revere. Now, while Paul Revere gets the spotlight and the poem, he was not alone. He was part of a high-stakes relay network, if you would. William Doss, Samuel Prescott. Okay, actually, Doss took a separate route to ensure his message reached Lexington. Prescott, in fact, was the only writer who made it all the way to Concord after Revere was detained by British patrol. Now, keep in mind, the Brits were not there to chat or to negotiate. They meant business, so this was a scary time. So the question is, how does this 250-year-old horseback ride reflect the world today and what we're living in? Well, we're in the middle of a critical time period right now. The link between Paul Revere and the ride and your local redistricting vote comes down to one thing: civilian agency. Revere and his peers were not just messengers, they were part of an intelligent network. Looking at the information that had to get through quickly. Remember, they didn't have social media back then. It was the men and the horses in this case. So your midterm elections are often decided not just by ideas, but by what people are getting communicated and how quickly that information is getting to the communities. The Midnight Ride was, in many ways, their response to a taxation without representation. If you stop to think about it, personally, I think we still have that issue today. But tomorrow's vote in Virginia is a modern extension of that same principle. It determines who hears your vote and how the community is going to respond to that communication. So there's been talks of, let's say, gerrymandering in Virginia. Look, this is how I look at it. The people voted who they voted for. They're blaming the governor for making changes. However, the vote happened. This is who they voted for. If you want to make a comparison, they had the same opportunity to do it in Indiana, and it went a totally different direction. So that's just how that goes. So the most significant changes are going to take place during your midterms, your local sheriff's race, your judges, in some cases, who's going to be on the school board. These people are going to affect your life a lot faster than those who are going to be on the national level. That's why on this show, whenever the midterms come around, we say something. We have some type of a program reminding you the importance of your vote, because what happens when that election day comes and how you vote is going to affect you whether you like it or not, or whether you vote or not. As a matter of fact, if you don't vote, hey, we don't want to hear what you have to say, because your time to vote, or your time to speak rather, was the time to go to that ballot. So the importance of what's happening, and the point I'm trying to make is make your voice heard. If you are a politician and you're running for office, you're more than welcome to come on the show. Your political affiliation does not matter. What we want to hear is what you stand for and what you're going to do in terms of the people that you plan to represent. Because that communication is what's important, and that's what we want to get out there. Breaking Bread is a production of Artists for the People. Follow us on X at BreakNBread 101. That's break, the letter N as November, 101. You can also catch us on YouTube at Breaking Bread 101. See us on Facebook, Breaking Bread 101. Put your comments in. They matter. You can listen to us wherever podcasts are heard: Amazon, Music Notes, Spotify. We would love to hear your opinion. We love when you're out there. We love when you listen to Breaking Bread. Our theme music was composed by Ludwig van Beethoven. Success is when opportunity meets preparation. Until next time.